besides the sky. I'm here. I'm totally here. On time. Yes. Not 1 minute late at all. Yes. I made it. I have had a bit of a crazy morning. Um, as I might have mentioned in my last stream, I've started some skin therapy for my allergies. And I'm so glad that's all sorted out now. Uh, so, like, they weren't able to undo the mix up I had previously, so I still have to pay for that. But, from now on, they've, got all my Medicare and referrals and everything sorted. So, from now on, everything's covered by Medicare. So, thank God. Thank God I'm actually getting the right treatment for my allergies. So that is fantastic news. And some more fantastic news is I finally got the x-ray back from my foot. And there is no fractures, no breaks. My feet are completely and utterly okay. They're just bruised, so that's why they're sore. But that'll heal. It'll heal. It'll be good. It'll all be good. Which, again, total and utter relief. And I was frantically trying to put eyeliner on just before we started, because I noticed when I did the short about letting you guys know that I was going to be late last stream was I realized that you can't actually see my little squinty Asian eyes without some eyeliner. So, so I have to put on eyeliner so you can see my eyes. My eyes. Okay, but I do have a little bit of in my eye. Just a little bit. Because I literally poked myself in the eye with it. Okay, we're good. We're good! We are good! Okay, yes! Today we have tons of packages, and I will, as I posted on my Facebook, be opening this package, which is a very exciting package. And yes, it is stuff for stream package. But I might wait for a few more people to pop by first. And I'll also be opening this box. I think, yes, this box. I'll open this box. This is a little bit more for me, but it is kind of for the stream room. It's because, well, I'll explain it when I open it. But this is for us. For us, chat. This is actually a very important part of these streams, so I already know what it is looking at the label, so I'm super excited for it. But when I first got it, I was like, fragile? What did I order that was fragile? Shake violently! No, I did not actually shake it violently. The intrusive thought occurred to me, and then I was like, we should not give in to intrusive thoughts. Never give in to intrusive thoughts. I have the policy that I'm allowed to have them, and then I'm supposed to tell myself we do not give in to intrusive thoughts, and then don't act upon them. But giggle maniacally to myself a little bit. Teehee. Now. Yeah, but as I have put in the description, and I want to be true to my word, I do have Magic the Gathering cards to open. So throughout the stream today, I will be opening them. Hopefully we'll get some live chatters in, and that way we can get, you can then decide which one I open when, in what order. Otherwise, I will give it a good shuffle and pull one at random, and we will for some extra chaotic fun. After all, I am chaotic. I am chaotic good. I like to think I'm chaotic good and not chaotic neutral. But there is definitely more chaotic than anything else. Here we go. Okay, so, oh, and there's also some booster packs inside this one here, too. So, we'll have even more booster pack fun. But today is, in fact, I think we'll save the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one for another day. But today, we'll, yeah, let's focus on One Piece. Let's try to focus a little bit. Yeah? Okay. So, interesting. So, they actually have different combinations of thingies. This one has 45 commons, 30 uncommons, 26 rares, 10 super rares, 2 secret rares, 6 leaders, 6 specials, 1 treasure rare, and 1 Don card. And the Don has, if you can see, it's Don, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. So see, the exclamation marks must mean it's very super important. I have watched One Piece like halfway, for those who don't know. And yes, I totally and utterly blame Ludwig. He kept going on about it, and I was like, I'm gonna check that anime out. What could possibly go wrong? And then it was like, at about episode 400, I was like, just how long is this series? What did I get into? And yes, it took me that long before I was like, wait a minute, does this series ever end? Well, I think it's actually still going. So, and yeah, I've only gotten halfway, and then yeah, I did have the whole, I gotta grieve, I gotta stop, and I gotta cry, and I gotta grieve, because I got overly attached to a character. I gotta stop doing it. I get so attached. And I'm not always attached to characters, but like there'll always be that one character that's like, I can't go on without him. So I kind of just have to get over that, and I'm sure I will. I have gotten a few more episodes in. I got it like another season in, I think, after that. So I was able to get back a little bit, but I mean, I still kind of like. And the thing is, it wasn't like he was regularly in the it wasn't like he was a main character that was there all the time to begin with. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy that I like missed that character so much, and I was just so heartbroken over it when it's like he's not usually he's not even usually in the cast. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy that I got so attached to that particular character. I really liked him. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to peel off these price tags on the things, because I think it's good to get the sleeves ready so that I can put the cards straight into the sleeves so that they're protected like right away. Especially since I've got like some cups of tea floating around and other things that is like, you know, it's not the safest place for cards. I have been using, and this was more for my allergies, the air purifier. So there is very little dust in this room, which is great. I need to get, I do have a proper dustbin. The dustbin's over there though. Maybe I should move that dustbin over here. That would make sense. because then I could chuck things in said dustbin. I'm really, really liking this foot massager. I'm so glad I got it, actually. I was kind of like worried that it'd be too big, but it's like the exact right height that my feet are actually like, because without it, my feet can't touch the ground because my chair's too high. Let's see. Okay. Okay. We got the dustbin. I really should put a dustbin liner in it as well. I really need to get more organized. It also got crushed a bit by the desk when I see it crushed. It's supposed to be like that, like all smooth, right? And it crushed it because the desk fell over. So the desk fell over, and that was the force. That was the force right there that went on my ankle and across my toes. And that's why I was like, oh, I hope it's not broken. And that's why I got the X-rays. But I am super happy and relieved that, in fact, there was no break, there was no fracture. Again, I have been protected by God. And I seriously, I pray every single night. I actually can't sleep unless I pray, like, for protection from God. Like, because I'll just be freaking out otherwise. Like, it's comforting to me that it's like I put it in God's hands, and then I can feel like enough peace to sleep. And yeah, I've had a lot of people who have said to me that they suffer insomnia, and that's what I'm like. I don't really like. There are nights when it's like, okay, I've had a little too much caffeine or whatever. So I do have like, and I am a night owl. I do like stay up late at night, but like, that's what I actually recommend. I'm like, say your prayers to God, and that kind of just calming, and just like, it is just a calming experience. So it like kind of just, and you like, put all like, give all your problems to him, and like just ask him for protection to feel safe and comfortable. And I think that helps. That definitely helps me sleep a lot better. And that's just what I do. I'm certainly am not one to like force other people to do anything, but like that's what helps me. And if you're like, I'm having this problem with insomnia, maybe that might help. I do know also there's times when there was one guy at my workplace when I was doing IT help desk, and he was also having lots of trouble sleeping, and I was talking to him, but he was like very staunchly, he's like not religious, so I was I walked him through like some meditation, which is, you visualize like a point of light, and you just breathe deeply, and you just focus on the light, and you just calmly tell yourself that even if you like meditate, even 10 minutes of meditation is just as energizing as a full night's sleep. So you just tell yourself you're just going to meditate, you're just going to breathe deeply. So you're not going to force yourself to sleep. You're just going to relax, breathe deeply, and just focus on this one light, and all other thoughts, just gently nudge them away and be like, you can worry about it later. Use your procrastination for good. You're like, I'll just worry about it later. It's fine. Just worry about it later. Just focus on that one light, and just try to meditate until you feel really calm. And most of the time you just fall asleep after that. Like, even though you're not trying to sleep, you're trying to meditate. So the trick is to meditate and fail. And that's what puts you to sleep. So, and he said that totally worked. That totally worked for him. So, yes. Yeah. So, I think I will start the stream by opening one of these. If you're in chat, I see someone in chat there. If you are in chat and you want me to open one in particular, please speak out. So, this is the Azure C7. Azure C7. This is the two legends. So that kind of helps. That's 2. And the time of battle is 3. Okay, time of battle. So 1 is the Azure C7, 2 is the 2 legends, and 3 is the time of battle. If you have a preference, please put 1, 2, or 3 in the chat, and I will open the one that you pop the number in for. So that's that one. That one's got boa, the pretty lady, the boa, and sword guy. I'm terrible with names. I really am. This is why I need you guys, chat. I need you guys to yell at me and yell out what the names of the people are on the card here. My mind's actually going blank. I'm like, I don't remember other than as like sword guy. I'm actually straight up gonna like look up their names on online. Because my mind, seriously, I think it's more, okay, I'm gonna say I do feel like I've been put on the spot, and like, you know when you're put on the spot, you're just like, and now my mind's gone blank. That's what's happened here. And I mean, because like the sword guy is actually one of my favorite characters. He's especially I was like, he was so cool in the live action. Like his appearance was like so much aura. It was wild. I'm just like, my mind has seriously blanked on the name. That's so terrible. And the internet's not helping me at all. Okay. I'm feeling really bad that I've just blanked out on his name. Sword guy. That's his name now. His name is Sword guy. Oh, why is the internet like literally not helping me right now? It's like, okay. Oh. Okay, the reason why it's not helping me is because One Piece has a ridiculous number of characters. Like, ridiculous. There's like so many. No wonder I can't remember names. There's like 100. Maybe more. How many characters are there in One Piece? And they probably have like an English name and an anime name, like a Japanese name. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything either. Why are you failing me, internet? Okay, they've got the complete database, but that's just a list of names, that's not their pictures. Okay, I think I found one. Somebody has listed them according to their revealing in the show. That's actually super helpful. Yep. Okay. So sword guy and general guy. I do super apologize for that. That I am so bad at names like this. And I noticed there's probably plenty of fans out there that are like screaming his name at the screen right now. That's like trying to tell me. But that's the thing, you guys should show up live so that you can. Mihawk. That's his name. Dracul Mihawk. Mihawk. And now that I've said it out loud, I'm like, of course that was his name. I knew that. I did know that. I totally just forgot it. It's been a while. In fact, maybe that's probably a sign I should start watching again. Now, the general dude that always smoking. I think he's called Smoker because he is always smoking. But, like, does he have, like, an actual, like, full name? He does, doesn't he? Of course he does. Smoker would be, like, his nickname. Maybe if I Google Smoker. One Piece Smoker, I could get more informations about him. Yep, he is a Vice Admiral of the Marines. Does he have a real name? Everyone just calls him Smoker. He's also called the White Hunter. So Smoker the White Hunter. And then there's a whole heap of ads. Go away ads. There's too many ads. Yeah, he was a captain when he first appeared. He is just called Smoker. He is just called Smoker. Okay. Okay. He is just called Smoker. Yeah, so Mihawk and Smoker and Boa. And that's on the Azure C7. Azure C7 pack. Okay. Now, obviously Luffy is on this the time of battle, so that's Luffy and Ace. Oh my god, Ace. Okay, I'm gonna tear up. Ace. And who's that at the back? I know who that is. I know who that is. Again, there's probably people in chat screaming, show up, show up live so you can tell me, tell me these things. Okay, so that is like the general, and I do remember, like, this is the, yeah, okay. I'm gonna be scrolling for a while because he shows up pretty late in the series. I remember that as well. It was after we met Tony Chopper. I love Chopper. Chopper's so freaking cute. And he's a doctor. I instantly love healers. Healers are awesome. I also love tanks. I love being a healer, and I love it when I find a good tank. Good tanks are hard to find. That's why like all the guilds are always like looking for a good tank, main tank. I'm actually totally gonna give up. I know. I want to say he's General Whitebeard or something. General Whitebeard, maybe. Like, that's tickling my memory. Like, he is the boss of the Whitebeard pirates. Which is why my brain is going, he's just Whitebeard, right? Ah, he does have a name, though. His is Edward Newgate. Edward Newgate. But he is, in fact, Whitebeard. So I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. That is his name. Whitebeard. So, obviously, Smoker is smoking the smoking. So he's Smoker. And that's Whitebeard, who is also known as Edward Newgate. Although, do they even mention it, his name is Edward Newgate? Or is that... Have I spoiled something? I probably spoiled something. Oh well. I hope I didn't spoil her or something. Okay, okay, so these are the two giants. I think this was when they were on the giant island. Again, let me just see if I can find what their actual names are. Yeah, it has been a while. It's been what some people might call a New York minute, even though I don't live in New York or anything like that. But I kind of get that because, like, even here in Australia, stuff just happens kind of quickly. Like, one moment you're just like, what? And then things, and then more things happen. Like, seriously, I have had, like, a pretty wild couple of weeks. Like, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so... So when did they go to that island? Okay, oh, that's Whitebeard again. Ah, okay, yeah, so that's Whitebeard again. And so that's Edward Newgate, Whitebeard, and the other one is Silver's Rayleigh. Yeah. So the two legends is about these two guys. So I would guess that the contents of this packet has something to do with these two guys, or that story arc at least. Yeah. So which one would chat like me to open first? I will open one now. We'll open one now. If okay, so how about we say this is 1, 2, 3, and I roll a dice. Roll a dice. Okay. And you're like, but how? How does one roll a for 3? Okay, well there's a couple ways we could do that. I can grab, I'll grab, what's a nice set of dice that I can use? I feel like I am very much what they call a dice goblin. I like to think I'm a dice dragon because I've started getting some higher quality dice that are cooler. So this set that I got actually has inlaid dragons in it. If you can, I don't know if it will focus enough. It's actually got like inlaid dragons in it. It's a little bit harder to read, but there is like a decent amount of dragons. There's not quite one on every face, like there's a little bit of tail there, but there is a decent amount of dragons inlaid, and it's inlaid like there's a clear plastic covering it, and then the gold numbers are etched on top of that. So these are quite pretty dice. I quite like them. So the thing is, what we're trying to do is we're kind of trying to roll for 3, right? So 1, 2, 3. Now to roll for 3, you can either get your D4, which is your pointy one, and then just re-roll any ones. People tend, I think you tend to re-roll ones, or you could choose to re-roll 4s, but I reckon 4s are cool. So, so you can just roll a d4 and then re-roll, like pick a number that you re-roll for. So you can do that. I like to store them neatly in the little tin here, which is kind of cool. Here, the spongy things. I am mildly annoyed that every time I bought one of these things with the spongy things in it, they haven't really cut it like the right shapes for the right dice. And like I have like rearranged several times and been like, why does it not fit this one and that one? But and then some of the dice sets are like slightly different shapes as well, so I guess that's why. Because, like, clearly this one with the 6 square with the arch on it, this was meant for D3. Which is... It's like a D... Like, it has an arch so that there's a side it can't land on. Was it a D? I can't remember what number size it had. But there's one side that it, like, can't land on, so... That's why that one's like that. I like to also store my dice facing up. There has been like some meta theory crafting that if you do that, they're more likely to roll crits. Because lots of things can affect the shape of the dice and how well they roll. So I just like to do that to keep them in an optimal kind of performing level. I do have dice that roll low that like, and oh, that's the thing, it's like so many people do this, is like they take the dice and they roll it, and they'll, if it rolls high then they buy. Yeah. But I mean, I would say people should not be too afraid of like rolling low, because sometimes rolling low can be fun as well. That can be quite comical. We had a friend that like he always rolled low. He just like, I don't know, he was jinxed or something. So we built a character that like basically gets to re-roll every time like he rolls a miss. And so we had a session where he was just like rolling non-stop all session because he just literally just kept rolling ones. It was so funny. But because he kept rolling ones and got to re-roll and then add one and then re-roll and then add and re-roll, he did a ridiculous amount of damage. He basically one-shot the boss, if you could call rolling 100 times one shot. It was pretty funny. And that's what I like. That's why I'm like, you shouldn't be too afraid of like rolling low because sometimes it can be like comically funny. Uh, I mean, the only time I would say like it's like a big deal is like if you're on death saves. Death saves, you're like you want to pass. You want to pass. Uh, but that's why I really love the Yard D&D Dave's campaigns, because when they're on death saves, they have like this whole dreamscape adventure, like all sorts of things happening. So it's like it's not just you're about to die. It's like it's part of the story. He does it so well. Very impressed with his GMing. Yeah. I mean, like that's why he's a pro, right? Anywho, the other way of doing it is you roll a d6. So, yeah, your d6, and I think I'll do it this way. You roll a d6, and 1, 2, and 3 as just normal 1, 2, and 3. But if you get 4, 5, or 6, you have 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you have it. So you go 4 becomes 2, 6 becomes 3. Wait. I just confused myself. 1, 2. Yeah, you have. So wait, no. Because 2 would go down to 1. So 4 would be 2. Half of 5 would be 2.5. 6 would be 3. So 5 would be 1. Somehow. Yeah. Yeah. So that's another way of rolling 3. So we'll do it that way. We'll roll the... Yeah, we'll do it that way. We'll do it that way. We'll roll the... We'll roll the 6. And it'll be 1, 2, 3. You know, that'd be better. That'd be better if I actually assign 4, 5, 6. So do I have a post-it note? Because I don't want to damage the thing. Oh, I've got some like washi tape. The washi tape will come off like easily. Especially if I'm like very gently sticking it on. Very gently. Just on the outside. And then we get a marker and we go, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we roll the d6 and we see which one will we open up first. Now, I do have a dice tray thingy, which might be wise on this table now that I think about it. I do have a dice tray. It's a kitty cat dice tray that you kind of snap together like this to make a tray type thing. might be wise in my room so I don't lose my dice as I go flying off the table, which sometimes happens because I am a little bit wild with my rollings. So we got this. Roll it. And I'll try to get it on screen what I roll. Okay, it's a 5. It's a 5. Yep, it's a 5. So which one was 5? This one! So it's 2 legends that we're going to open up first. Okay. Now, there is a way of opening this thing. Now, it does actually have a little notch here because you're supposed to like rip it down here, but I don't want to destroy the art. And from doing all my Magic the Gatherings, my ex-boyfriend, who was my boyfriend at the time, he taught me that what you do is you get like, you lift up this flap here, and then you get your nail and you just scrape it until it splits a little bit like that. And then you can pull this way and it will split open the pack without damaging the cards or the cover art. Because basically you're splitting like the top here. Ooh, these ones are sealed a bit tighter. Being delicate. These are sealed a little bit tighter than we used to rip open a lot of these MTG packs together because we'd buy like an entire flight. Yeah, so there you get like a pretty clean opening doing it that way. So what did we get? That's a character chess. Give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power during this turn. Then if you don't have Kurimarimo, play up 1 Kurimarimo from your hand. That's character chess from Drum Kingdom. Okay, how shall I do this? I think I've seen most of the people that do these things, they just like sleeve them off one by one. Again, I wanted to have the sleeves ready so that they'd be all protected and stuff. And I do want to like go over the cards, like, you know, and like read through them properly, because I like to actually play with Magic the Gathering cards, and so I like to understand what all the mechanics and stuff do. But I will do the, you know, sleeve reveal thing first. Okay, so sleeve, and okay, and flip. I mean, it's cool cover art. I don't actually know how rare these are, so, but I mean, the pack said that they were like, you know, super rares, so there could be something that's like super rare. Haha. Yeah. Ooh, this one's kind of shiny. Shiny metallic. I think that's an indication that it's rare, right? That it's one of the better ones. Ooh, another shiny. And yeah! Okay, I'm super hyped about this one. This is cool. I guess this is the Dawn card. We got Whitebeard. Okay. The back's different. Same as this. This back's different. I wonder if that's an indication that they're super special somehow. Okay, so let's go. Let's just read them through. So I just already read this one. This is chess. On play, give up one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power during this turn. Then if you don't have Kurman, play up to one Kurman from your hand. So this is Charlotte Perot-Sapero from the Big Mum Pirates. So on a KO, add up to one Don card from your Don deck and rest it. I gather we have a Don deck. This feels slightly different from how I usually play Magic the Gathering, but okay. Trigger. Don 1. You may return the specified number of Don cards from your field to your Don deck. Play this card. Okay. Yeah. And that's worth like 5,000 points. And it does say it's special. So in the corner here, it says it's a special card. So this says ranged. This one says special. They have a number in the corner as well. So these are both 3. There's a corner 2. Okay, so this says Charlotte Angel. It is a plus 1,000 counter. It has 3,000 and it has slashing damage. Slash. Activate main once per turn. You may trash one card from the top of your life cards. If your leader has the Big Mum Pirates type, add one card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards at the end of this turn. So I guess you have life cards as well. Learning how to play the game right here. Okay. So, this is character Roddy Minx. This is 2,000 slashing damage, counter plus 1,000. He has a 1 in the top corner there. On play, if your leader has Minx type and your opponent has 7 or more rested cards, KO. Up to one of your opponent's rested characters with the cost of 2 or less. Okay. Character Kurumarimo. Kurumarimo. Kuro Marimo. Marimo. Kuro Marimo. Kuro Marimo. Yeah. Chat, by all means, yell at me if I'm saying the name wrong. Which I probably am. Okay, so this 5,000 strike power. Strike damage. 4 counter plus 1,000. On play, if you have chess, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. Ooh. This guy's like one punch. Kill any dude that is below 3,000 power. Kapow! Sweet as. That does sound like a pretty damn cool card. That'll be useful in gameplay. So, character Ulti. Ulti? Ulti? Ulti. U-L-T-I. Ulti. From the Animal Kingdom Pirates. 6,000! Strike 4, counter plus 1,000. There you go. I actually really like this art. This is great art right here. Very pretty. Really capturing the female form. Flowy hair. Always love the pinks and purples. Great art. Okay. Jinbei. He's called Jinbei, isn't he? I'm pretty sure people. I'm pretty sure I remember them calling him Jinbei. So 6,000. I don't know whether this is cost to play or whether this is power. I'm guessing it's cost to play since it's usually the top. But there's also this number here, 5. I gotta figure out how this game works. Like, I gotta sit down and do some research. Don't times what? Don times 1. I keep reading as don't. It's like, it's because it's got the double exclamation mark. The double exclamation mark. It seems kind of important. When attacking, if you have and also when they have things highlighted, I feel like highlighted means it must be something important. If you have a character with a cost of 8 or more. Okay, so 8, when it says cost 8, I'm guessing this number at the top here is the cost number. K or more KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. Yeah, this is probably the cost number because it's single digits here. This must be the power. He is a fishman of but he's with the Straw Hat crew. Yeah. Okay. So this is Edward Weevil. Gotta pick the lesser of the two Weevils. His cost is 4, and his power is 5,000 slashing. Shing. He's Don times 1. When attacking, return up to 1 character with a cost of 3 or less to the owner's hand. So a cost of 3 or less. I realized, so these, where they've got Don written there, I guess is when you put them in your Don pile. Yes, that would make sense. This is 7 Warlords of the Sea. I've also noticed they've got like a little serial number in the bottom here, so that might be a way of like being able to authenticate things. Yeah. I wonder what the little letters mean. So that has a tiny little UC there. And then a little number in the circle. This one looks like it's quite special because it's got life points down here instead of a cost point up there. Like the other cards have the cost point up here. And this still has the 5,000, has the power number, and it says special, so it is a special attack. So we have activate main once per turn, Don -2. You may return the specified number of Don cards from your field to your Don deck. Oh, so you can remove 2 Dons and put them back in your deck. If you have 5 or less cards in your hand, draw 1 card. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -2 cost during this turn. Okay, so this is a way of reducing the cost of cards. So yeah, he's got a couple of special abilities there. I'm guessing you pick the character? I mean, you pick the ability? Maybe? Yeah. And it looks like he's got a 2 color cost there. This is purple and black. Okay. Montblanc Nolan. Again, it's like, hee, foily, foily, shiny. Look at this. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Okay, so this is 6,000 slashing damage, cost of 5, has electric counter plus 1,000, has a little like lightning thingy there. Yes. So on play, if your leader has the Shandian Warrior type, and you have a Calgara character, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. Okay, so this is a way of restacking your life deck. That's kind of cool. And Dr. Kuriha. Dr. Kuriha. And she's with Drum Kingdom. She's only a shiny 1 cost there, but she is 2,000 power, and that's wisdom. So she's your wisdom saving throw right there. On play, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Tony Chopper or Drum Kingdom type card other than Dr. Karina, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Oh, okay. So this is a little bit of a fetch or search card that you can it's only 4 cards from the top that you can look at. But hopefully if Tony pops up, or Drum King, or Drum Kingdom, or any Drum Kingdom type, hopefully that means you can get them to your hand and thus be able to play them. Again, this is like a very cool shiny card. I'm loving this art. Again, I've got I do like pinks and purples, so I'm quite attracted to this. So yeah. Has like this little symbol in the bottom that looks a bit like the Umbrella Corporation. I'm gonna guess that's something to do with healing. There. And finally, Whitebeard! Yay! Edward! Okay. And he's saying, my beloved son had better be alright. Well, he says, had better be alright, my beloved son. But I think it is my beloved son had better be alright. It's kind of weird that they kind of split the talking bubbles that way, but they have. And on your turn, you get a plus 1,000! And he is a Don card. Don with the double exclamation marks. I do believe the exclamation marks means important. Oh, that's a bit of a crutch shot. Let's not focus too much on that. Yes. And again, this is kind of foily, kind of shimmery. Look at that shine. Look at it. So metallic. Yeah, and he's for some reason, bright white on the back. I don't know if that's significant. That's probably significant in part of the game, yes. So I'm going to start sleeving them, because I want to make sure they're safe. And I got these Sanji sleeves. Aren't they pretty? They're so shiny. So shiny. So, again, you can rub them between your fingers and then they'll open like that, and then you can open it like this, and that way you can totally slip your card straight in there. Or like, so what I do is I like give it a little rub this way, like rub, and then I put the corner of the card in, and then it slides right in like that. All pretty and safe. of course making sure the artwork is on the front. Though it does occur to me that if it is significant that the backs are like different colors, it's probably better to get completely clear protectors instead of ones with artwork on the back. I will research that and get back to you, chat. I will learn how to play One Piece, particularly Magic the Gathering cards. Oh, it's just a card game. It's not technically Magic the Gathering. Okay, well that explains a lot. Okay, well, I am dumb and a noob, and yes, I have learned things today. I've learned things today. So I should probably change my titles and stuff on chat there. I'll remember to do that. I will update stuff. Totally not Magic the Gathering. That's what it'll be. Totally not Magic the Gathering. It's the One Piece card game. Okay, well, to make sure that this still qualifies as a Magic the Gathering stream, then, I will open... I do have a Magic the Gathering packet that, you know what, I will go right through right now. So this is the 2013 Core Set 15 card booster pack. Okay, it says M13. That's not a rating right there. If you're under 13, I'm sure you can still play these cards. But Magic the Gathering for quite a few years just had M and the year, so that's just kind of their thing. For the core sets, they did I have like Time Spiral and a few other like ones that were actual era, like they had special symbols for that. Anyway, this is a land, Dragon Skull Summit. I already absolutely love this because it looks like it's you can choose between black or red. I love when you can choose the colors because sometimes I hate when you get landlocked to one color. Dragon Skull Summit enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a swamp or a mountain. So if you already have a black or a red down, then you can then this can come in untapped and you can use it straight away. So that's already very, very nifty. I already love this. And that's just the land. The lands are very important, okay? Mana management, huge part of the game. Liliana's Shade. Okay, so this is a 2 colorless, or any color, and your 2 black mana right there. I think that's a moderately, moderate cost card, like a middle, I mean, your 1-drops are your 1-drops, right? And I love 1-drops because they're, especially since I play burn deck, so you can really get out those, red burns super fast if you've got 1-drops. But it's not, I wouldn't say that's the most expensive card. I've definitely seen plenty far more expensive. Okay, so when Liliana's Shade enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a swamp card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. Liliana's Shade gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I'm very sure there's a green, elven equivalent here. But that is pretty cool for land fetching. Guardian Lions. Cats! Ah, I love cats! Okay, so it is a cat. It is vigilance. So it doesn't tap when it attacks. And it approaches... approach in peace or not at all. See, this is a little bit more expensive. This is a 4 colorless but 1 white mana. I'd say at least it's colorless because if you have to specifically have all white mana, that could be a bit of a pain. Yeah. It's a 1/6, so it's it's not very aggressive in the fightiness, but it is like strong in like resilience, or it will definitely survive a lot of stuff. And it's a excellent base to like build your enchantments and stuff on. So already love that card. Welcome the Enhancer. I have I dislike blue. I dislike blue cards because my boyfriend who introduced me to Magic the Gathering, he loved playing blue and he loved pulling like the most random BS all the time. So I'm like, blue. So this guy, Vedalken and Trancer, creature wizard, Vedalken wizard. He's a 1 blue mana tap. Target player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Don't get any ideas. He's a 1/4. So this would annoyingly, every time I line up a card to on top of my library, this one would just mill it off. That's very annoying. Blue is such an annoying deck. So Prey Upon green. Prey Upon. This is 1 green. You're 1 mana drops. I love 1 mana drops. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. You don't find many old werewolf hunters, says Pauline, Trapper of Somberwald. Is the flavor text there. And it's got a very cool fighting a werewolf artwork. Rawr. Scary werewolf. Yeah. I do love 1 mana drops, and I do love when the 1 mana drops sorcery, so you can just cast those spells. So yeah, that's great to force someone to fight you. Yiva's Force Mage, creature, elf shaman. When Yiva Force Mage enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Nature can't be stopped. It rips and tears at Ravnica's tallest buildings to claim its place in the sun. Okay, so this is a 1 green mana, 2 of any color. It's a 2/2. That's a pretty decent card. I'd say this is quite well balanced. It's a creature. It's a creature, but it has like sorcery kind of abilities. So when it comes onto the battlefield, you can pump up another creature. It says target creature. I guess you could target yourself, eh? That's pretty hot. That's a pretty nifty card. I like that card. You can pump up your buddy. Okay. Spiked Beloth. 3 any color, 1 green. It has trample. That is very useful for something that already starts off with a 4, so it's a 4/2. If this creature would assign enough damage to its blockers to destroy them, you may have it assign the rest of the damage to defending player or planeswalker. I've kind of reworded that a bit differently. Because it looks like you can't just target some other creature that is not blocking. If a Belith isn't hungry, it's dead. That's probably true. It looks like a hungry guy. He looks like a very hungry guy. Oh. Can we get him? He's a bit blurry. Can we get him a little less blurry? There we go. There we go. Yeah. Look at his big mouth and teeth. He's a hungry boy. Okay. Now this one. Wall of Fire. And as you all know, I love my fire. I do. Now, even though it's a wall, it's a creature. It's a creature. Wall of Fire. And it's See, it's a 3 mana drop. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's not your 1 drop or your 2 drops, but 3 drops still pretty decent. Not too expensive, and but it is like 2 specifically red ones. Yeah. So it's a defender, so this creature can't attack. So it's a wall. You gotta, and you pump it with like more red mana right there. Wall of Fire gets +1, +0 until end of turn. +1, +0. Mercy is for those who keep their distance. Okay, so it gets more attacky if you pump it. So you basically set it more on fire. But 5 is pretty good defense. Like base 5. Okay. Divination. This card's not too annoying. It just lets you draw more cards. So draw 2 cards. It's 3 mana. So not very expensive. 2 of it's colorless. 1 of it's blue mana. That's pretty decent. That's a well-balanced card, I reckon. You get your 2 cards, and hopefully they're the cards you were looking for. The key to unlocking this puzzle is within you. Doriel, Mentor of Minstrel Isle. It does say draw 2 cards. And does that mean only the player? Because if you could cast it so that someone else can draw 2 cards, you can force people to play some certain things that are not good for them. I have made the boyfriend cast Phage before. That was a fun game. War Falcon. Creature bird. It's a 1 mana drop. White mana. I do like this because the way I build decks, white mana is pretty easy to pull. Flying is great. War Falcon can't attack unless you control a knight or a soldier. That is a little bit of a nerf. That is, not gonna lie, bit of a nerf. But I mean, I suppose you put it in a knight and soldier deck. The falcon is the picture of nobility, maintaining a regal bearing even as it conducts the bloody business of war. So that's it's a 2/1. That's pretty powerful. With flying, that's pretty powerful because like you can totally like dive bomb and attack people and then fly away. And since it's so cheap, you can get it out like super early before people have defenses against flying or have any kind of reach or anything to go like actually harm this creature because it's flying. It's in the sky. So that is actually a pretty good card. You do have to get a soldier or a knight along with the card, but it's still pretty good. Pretty cheap. That's probably why they had to have the nerf. Okay, Zombie Goliath. So this is a 4 any color and 1 black. This is, I would say this is starting to edge to become a bit expensive because like 5 mana is a pretty big chunk of mana. It means you, unless you do rather fancy things like you need to be around the 5th round before you can pull this guy out. Unless you do some cool fancy things with mana. Which, I mean, you can. Removing the... Okay, so this just has a bunch of flavor text. This is just a guy. This is just a zombie giant guy. Removing the encumbrance of useless brain tissue grants several advantages. A slight increase in mobility. A response of revulsion and horror from the enemy. And, in the case of large specimens, room for passengers. Said by Azul Ashur Lich Lord. It's really selling the idea of a big bad zombie there. And 4/3 is pretty decent. Pretty decent. Ah, silver. This indicates this is a pretty, I think pretty rare. Pretty rare. 2 colorless. Nice. You can use any kind of mana for that. That is very decently economical. Equipped creature has trample. Haha. That is a fun thing to put on stuff like Gargadons, you know, like really big guys. If it would assign enough damage to its blockers to destroy them, it may have assigned the rest to defending player planes, blah blah blah. Yeah. Generally what trample always means. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on equipped creature if it's green. So there's advantage of equipping this to something green. The equip cost is a 1 manaless as well, so it's 2 manaless, 2 colorless, 2 colorless to get it on the table, another colorless to attach it to a creature you control, and you do that in your sorcery phase. Yes. I think the artwork's pretty, it's kind of nice. I do like the clovers right here. They look like they're 3-leaf clovers, so I don't see any 4-leaf ones. If you do, yell out in chat. So these are your standard clovers, not your super lucky shamrocks. But yeah. The important thing I think is the ring. The ring right in the middle there is supposed to be shiny gold thing. Flames of the Firebrand! Ooh! Again, silver sorcery. Love sorceries, love red. Pretty decent economics there. 2 colorless, 1 red. Flames of the Firebrand deals 3 smack damage. Divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures and or players. You're in luck. I brought enough to share. Chandra Nella. She's one of the big heroes in Magic the Gathering. I had the pleasure last PAX to meet someone who was cosplaying as her, and oh, absolutely beautiful. Did a fantastic job of it. Yeah. Absolutely love the art. I love fire. That's why I was so attracted to red cards. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Burn, baby, burn. Yeah. Yeah, love this card. This is cool. Okay. Couple more. Shing! Okay. This is Fungal Sprouting. It is 3 colorless, like 3 any color, and 1 green. So that's 4 up. That's, you know, I've been saying it's kind of, you know, mid-level, not too expensive, not real cheap. M13, like the silver symbol, so it's pretty rare. Put X11 green saproling creature tokens into the battlefield, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Okay, so you put down a real big guy, and then you start churning out saprolings. Saprolings, like the little spores. But basically, you have like a bunch of little counters, right? And then you put +1/+1s on them, so they get even bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is actually a really good card for a green deck. Green decks, that's what they do. They have saprolings that spread everywhere. Little token. Goblin token. 1/1 goblin token. Which has the has an invitation to their website things on the back. And your basic swamp. So you can pay for your black cards. Yeah. Okay, that was fun and cool. And see, when you open it this way, the artwork and everything's all intact. These ones I should sleeve, because if I put it back in the packet, I'll forget that I've like shown you guys, and then try to show you again. Let's see. I think they will appropriately go in my skull box, because there's quite a few black. There's black, red, and so forth. Do I have sleeves? I have some black fire sleeves. They're kind of cool. Let's use those. Let's definitely sleeve as we go, so we can keep them all nice and safe. So okay, there we go. I'll move this out of the way. There we go. At some point, chat, I would like to sort this entire pile of Magic the Gathering cards into either decks or sales or giveaways, because I kind of just want to declutter and really only have the cards that I'll actually like play using. So that will sort of be coming up, and yeah, I plan to do that on Fridays. So if you could drop by on Fridays and certainly give me any advice, or just stick around for the look at this card, and I will do like exactly what I just did then, where I hold it up and like explain like the manner and what it says on the card and everything. And then I'll actually start sorting them into like, you know, whether or not they're good decks or not. I will show off my deck. I'll show off my deck. So okay, this one's clearly a red-black. I have not played in years, like actual years. So I don't really remember a lot about what's going on here. As you can see, I have the pink backs, which was really helpful whenever playing in tournaments and stuff, because like people knew it was definitely my deck. So no card mix-ups. So this one, the Blotwing Marauder, creature dragon. This is probably the rarest in the deck and was the most expensive. It's a three colorless, one black, one red. And yeah, the things that are combo mana are always a bit of a pain to like try to get on the battlefield, because you got to get both colors. And of course, I got the swamps. So this guy has flying. We love flying. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets a +2 and +0 until end of turn. So this is really great for like it's kind of it's a bit expensive and difficult to get him on the field in the first place, but once you get him on the field, everything you play after that's like just pumped. Like just has an extra +2 in attackings, which is pretty awesome actually. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control. Oh, so you get to target a creature and that creature gets pumped. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the creature that comes out. Although if you got something with haste, you can then target the thing with haste and it can attack like straight away. Like surprise, +2 MFers. Lots of mana. You want your manas. Mountain, swamps. Those are pretty standard. Yeah. Ambuscade Shaman. I've got the feeling that this deck was my I happen to have a lot of red and black lying around, so I put it together. Does not look like one that I particularly thought out well. And it has some of these like ones. This Foul Renewal, return card, target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Target creature gets a -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the toughness of the card returned this way. So you basically shrink people out of the game. Yeah. The fact that like there's only one of that in this deck, this must have been like I must have had a pile of reds and blacks lying around. Just went, they could totally go in a deck together. Does not look like I had like any fully planned combos or anything in this one. I really want to find my Gargidon deck. My Gargidon deck, that one had like, I had plans. I had like, third turn, this happens. And basically, if you're not prepared by 5th turn, it's like just game over, I've won. That was like the plan with that deck. This one looks like a mainly red-white. I do like playing red-white. I do love enchantments and sorcery. The goblins and stuff that are in this, like, are because very often where my red-white decks fall apart a bit is I've got, like, a ton of enchantments and then nothing to enchant. So that's why we have the Sylvan Dragon. And we have a couple of goblins that just are, like, cheap goblins so that I have something to put the enchantments on. And they're in these red-black fire sleeves. I like these sleeves. These are nice sleeves. These are cool sleeves. Well, they're hot. I'm very likely keeping the Gauntlet of Power. I clearly bought this on purpose, it looks like. And I bought 2 of them. So... And Time Spiral. Time Spiral's probably the flight that I play the most. And I got really into it. And I had Joyra's Time Bug. Let's do the time bug again. And I would sing it every time I played that card. So, yeah, Gauntlet of Power. Very Thanos coded right there. Yeah. It's been a long day, chat. Long day, chat. Okay, so let's go back with that. Yeah. And we will keep sleeving these. And So just, and then slide them right on in. Easy as. Nice and clean. In fact, I think I could. Ah, there we go. Then you can actually see when I sleeve them. So give it a little. Whoop. Oh no! Oh no! Man overboard! Man overboard! Ah, my arms were just long enough. Okay. So, see, it helps if you hold it the right way up. Okay, you hold it the right way up, and it helps if your, like, fingers have, like, a little bit dampness to them, but, like, you don't want it, like, you know, sopping wet and sweaty. You don't want to, like, ruin the cards with too much moisture. There you. Yeah, and I am sure that I had shown you guys earlier that I have a box that I specifically was like, this will be for my One Piece cards. Specifically, because it says One Piece on the front and everything. I'm sure of it. Oh wait, no, that was probably this thing. Yes. You know what? Maybe let's open this thing. So this is the Time of Battle one, and it has 2 of the Time of Battle boosters in it as well. So let's open it up so that I can put the cards in them. This might be just the right size actually for the amount of cards that I ended up getting. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are actually Magic the Gathering ones, though. Magic the Gathering. Yeah, the rest of them are actually just a totally different game. That is not, in fact, Magic the Gathering. So One Piece is its own, very own game. Okay. It's a cardboard box. That's kind of disappointing. I was hoping it would be like a proper... yeah. But, oh! It has an extra one. A special Dawn card pack. So it's like just a special... So it's special Dawn. Okay, and then it has 2 of the... of that one. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, well, I am going to take the sticker off this one here and put it on this one here, so this becomes the 2 or 5, the 3 or 6. And okay, I'm going to re-roll. Let's re-roll. Let's take the dice and re-roll which one we're going to open next. That's a 4. That looks like a 4. That's a 4. Okay, so we are going to open 4 next, which conveniently is this one. Okay, so I will put that in there, along with these. That aside. Okay. So I can take the sticker off this one, the 1 and the 4, and that will be on that one. So now the time of battle, there's a 1, 2, so they are now the ones that I can roll dice on of which one we open. That worked out great. Okay. Alright, let's do it. The Azure C7. The Azure C7. It's a bit like tricky to read it backwards. It comes out backwards for me. Okay. Alright, I guess we just do it. Alright. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, Jack. Okay. I don't know why I'm nervous. I literally just did this and it was okay. Alright. So just keep pulling here because we don't want to. These are definitely a lot tighter sealed than the other Magic the Gathering sets. Because I used to be able just to go whip, whip, whip. Because you don't want to chip packet it, you know, because that will bend the cards a little bit. So you do just want to make that little hole, and then you don't ruin the artworks. There we are. Okay. The foil is splitting up a little bit. We don't want that. Okay, here we go. We're in, boys! We're in! Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Aha! That's a nice clean open. Well, it's not that clean, but it's pretty clean. Okay. Ha! Okay. Now we're gonna do the quick sleeve. Ha ha! Ha ha! Ooh. Ah. Yeah. The foily. Foily. Is that? That's kind of cool. And yeah. Ta-da! Dragon! We love dragons on this channel. Dragons. Woo! Okay. Let's go through it. So, cost 3, power 4000, slashing, zappy counter times 1000. It is a blocker. Opponent's turn. If you have 7 or less cards in your hand, this character's base power becomes the same as your leader's base power. The character is Vista. He is with the White Beard Pirates. And he looks very strong and manly in this artwork here. Look at him flexing them muscles with that sword. Okay. So this is character Buffalo with the donkey Donquizetti How do we say that? How do we even say that, chat? Don Q Zert? How do you say that? DonQuixote. We don't use X's a lot in English. Don Quizé? Quizé? Don Quizzy? Don Quoi? Don Quate? Don Qui? Those guys. The pirates with the Don guys. So Buffalo is the character. And you can see there he's grinning with the big, he's tattooed his teeth, it appears. Yes. He looks like he's dive bombing someone or something. So that's why he has strike damage. I suppose that makes sense then. It's 1,000 damage or power, 1,000 power, and plus 1,000 on his counter as well. When his character becomes rested by your opponent's character's effect, you may return one Don card, Don with the exclamation marks, card from your field to your Don exclamation marks deck. If you do, set this character as active. Okay, so he's a blocker. He basically sends a Don back to the deck by dive bombing them. Cannonball! Boof. Okay, so this is Oink Chuck. Oink Chuck. It's the character, and he's with the Thrillerbuck Pirates. He is 2 cost, which I gather is pretty cheap. 3,000 power, and it is slashing damage. He's got a 298 tattooed on his eyebrow there. He seems like a happy dude, even though he seems like his head's mounted on something. On KO, all of your Thrillerbark Pirates type characters gain +4 cost. +4 cost. Oh, that's expensive. Until the end of your opponent's next end phase. All of your type characters gain. Okay. Trio, play up to 1 Thrillerbark Pirates type character card with cost of 2 or less from your trash rested? Apparently there's a trash rested. I'm guessing that's kind of like a discard pile. It doesn't look like this game hasn't said anything like graveyards, which Magic the Gathering would probably call it a graveyard. But I guess that might be what trash rested is. I really should learn how to play this game, eh? But yeah, he looks so super happy. Look at that big grin. Okay, so what a sumi! It's like a Tatsumi, but with what? Okay, what a sumi is Fishman. He's with the Sun Pirates. 5,000 power! Striking damage. So he smacked them. 3 cost. And Zappy Thing counter 2,000. That's higher than most of the other cards we've seen. We've seen most people have 1,000. He is good at countering. That's because this character cannot attack, it says. Cannot attack. When a card is trashed from your hand by an effect, this character's effect is negated during its turn. Okay, so you get your card trashed from your hand, and then he'll be able to counter or to strike. And I guess he'll also... I guess that still means he can still block, because it doesn't say that he can't block. It just says he can't attack. So... he can't attack. He can counter, and he can... I'm guessing he can block. Doesn't say he can't. We'll have to learn how to play this game. Okay. Ooh, interesting. This dude is powerless. What the? Can't underestimate people that are like this, you know. His wisdom could be a healer, could be a healer. So he is a 3 cost. This is Kazuzaki Sukiyaki. Kazuzaki Sukiyaki. Land of Wano of the Kuzuki clan. Kuzuki clan. So, I mean, it sounds like he is his own clan. He is a blocker. So after your so there is blocking in the game. So yeah. I think we can assume that this guy, Wadasumi, can still block, since it doesn't say that he can't. So, this guy, blocker. After your opponent declares an attack, you may rest this card to make it the new target of the attack. Oh, okay. Ooh. That's interesting. This blocks differently from MTG. MTG, people have to declare their attackers, and then you choose to block, and you can only block those that are attacking. Whereas this will force attackers to block them. So, yeah. So they can choose to, like, pull an attack off something else or someone else. That's interesting. That's slightly different mechanic, and it's kind of like how warriors in WoW have taunt, so like they can actually pull the aggro off somebody else. That's actually I think that's better. Okay, so activate main once per turn. Give up to 1 rested Dawn card to your Land of Wano type leader. Yeah, he sounds like some kind of healer. I mean, with the cherry blossom petals and everything. And I mean, I guess if you've seen the anime, you probably think, yeah, he's totally a healer. And it makes sense if he's wisdom card. So... Salamander! With the Kuja Pirates. Salamander. So cost 4. Doesn't appear to have attack or type, because he's a counter card. And apparently you just cast as a counter. Haha! Up to 1 of your leader or character cards gains plus 2,000 power during this battle. Then play up to 1 Amazon Lily or Kuja Pirates type character card with a cost of 4 from or less from your hand. Enchantment enhancement. So, yeah, you pick one dude to get really, really big and send assistance. Yes, from your hand too. That's nice. So that is a 4. Okay. Beepo! Yeah, Beepo! He's a much loved character. So that is a 2 cost and a 2,000 power. Strike! Dude will smack you! So his counter is 1,000, like many others are. He is with the Minx Heart Pirates. When attacking, if this character has 5,000 power or more, give up to 2 rested Dawn cards your leader of one of your characters. Or one of your... Oh, okay. This dude This dude can capture and kidnap a card. That's pretty powerful. If this character has 5,000 power more. Okay, so you use this guy with this guy. Well, that only gets you up to 2,000. So you'll have to enchant him one more time to get him, like, a little bit more powerful. And then, so if you get 2 of these guys, I suppose, double down. Then he becomes super powerful. He can steal other characters. Okay. So this one's 1 cost. It's a event. Oh. I think this. Oh, an event card. That's different. As an event card, please take me with you. I can be of great help to you. Okay. I mean, it's got the artwork of Jinbei on there. Who is the Fishman, the 7 Warlords of the Sea, and the Sun Pirates. And he's literally says it in his talking bubbles, please take me with you. I can be of great help to you. Even though I can be of great help to you, please take me with you. I'm guessing that there's something about how, like, Japanese is sometimes written the other way from English. Because English would read it the other, like, from the side to that side. So I guess that probably makes more sense in Japanese culture. So it says main. If your leader is Jinbei and you have 2 or less cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. Trigger, return up to 1 character with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. Okay, so that's yeah, that's drawing cards and returning characters. So events. I'm sure he can be of great help. Okay, Miss Wednesday. She was great. So organized. 1 mana drop. Do they call it mana? I wonder what they call it. That's just 1 cost. 1 cost, 1,000 slash damage. And you can see her, she's swiping. Activate main. You may trash this character. Give up to 1 of your opponent's 0 cost characters minus 3,000 power during this turn. Okay. So this is nerfing your opponent's character. And she has a plus 2,000 counter, so she's actually a strong counter. She has a strong counter. Yeah. And she works for Baruch Works. Baruch Works. Yeah. So this is Irogi. With the Supernovas and Fallen Monk Pirates. 2,000 power, striking damage. 3 cost. And when attacking, if this character has 5,000 power or more, draw 1 card and KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with 300 base power or less. Okay. Yeah, this guy basically just smacks someone down when he gets swole enough. Yeah, okay. That's pretty straightforward. Aha! Now this one is expensive, but I think totally worth. So this is Checker and Pell from Alabasta, one of the earliest seasons. But look at that. Look how much power. 9,000 power. 8 cost though. I mean, that makes sense. That's still like, that's pretty good. Because, okay, so most of the time cards are pretty balanced. So if you're paying 8 mana, you tend to like expect about 8,000 power. So the fact that you spent 8 and you got 9,000 means you got bonus 1,000 power right there. And this is a slash damage. This is a double attack. This card deals 2 damage. On play, you may give your active leader minus 5,000 power during this turn and draw 2 cards. That is a minus, right? That doesn't mean like you can give them 5,000 power. Like, that's not a dash, that's a minus, right? But basically you can draw 2 cards. You can draw 2 cards, but you have to take a nerf. Excuse me. This card deals 2 damage. 2 damage? Yeah. Anyway, artwork's super cool. Look at it. It is shiny. It's got foil bits. It's got foil bits right there and there. Foily, foily. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. Look at it shimmer. Look at it shimmer. The artwork is very cool. Just admiring the artwork. And yeah, so that's Chukka and Pell from Alabasta. Yeah, and finally, I'm just gonna sleeve this one right away. I don't know, I feel like this needs to be sleeved right away. And this one, Flame Dragon Torch. I feel like I should be super hyped about this one. This is a beautiful card. Look at how that lovely purple that epic purple just pops on this gold shimmeriness. And the fact that it's a dragon. I mean, look, it's a dragon. We love dragons. It is kind of a little bit like, why is it only one cost? That seems a bit, says Flame Dragon Torch. And ever since this has been a lawless place. And now you are the heroes they've been waiting 20 years for. He seems somewhat impatient. The Flame Dragon Torch belongs to the 4 emperors of the Animal Kingdom pirates. Main, you may rest 6 of your Don cards. Up to 1 of your Kaido cards gains plus 3,000 power during his turn. Then rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters. Counter, Don, -1. Your leader gains plus 4,000 power during this battle. This does actually seem super hype, and 1 mana drop seems ridiculously cheap. Like, to be able to do all that. I'm guessing this is like a super rare hype card, and I should sleeve it immediately so that it does not get damaged in any way whatsoever. And the artwork. Oh, and this is an event card as well, so it's not a creature card, which I think is kind of the One Piece sorceries kind of things. And the artwork. Let's see if we can get a nice clear thing of it. Yeah, the artwork is the cool dragon, flaming dragon. That's pretty damn hype. Totally hypers. Yeah, oakley dokley. So I'm gonna pop these in the box right away. I'm gonna pop these right at the back of the box so they get the most protection. And I'm gonna finish sleeving this this pack that we just opened. So yeah, quick review while I'm sleeving. Just move this across here a little bit. Just love that SMR of a card sliding in. Just nice and smooth. Okay, I will pop that in there. So there were those two. Oh, I have them facing the other way. It's probably better if I face them that way. Okay, in which case I face these that way. I've got half of them facing the other way. Yeah, that's better. Pop those in there. And that in there. So I know that they're from that flight. So I use it as a divider until I can get some better ones. So we do have this one. This is the Don card that came in the special deck pack. So this is a special Don card. It says there's 2 types, so maybe this is like one of 2 that you can possibly get. So we got a 50-50 chance of getting the Don pack, the Don. A Don. Yeah. So I'll probably open this last, but that is what will be opened soon. Because we still have three of these to open. So which one shall we open, chat? Again, if you want to vote, you can go ahead and vote for one. So there's this one. I mean, they're all the one-time battle ones. It's just which one do you like, if you want to be like, which one's luckier? Which one's luckier? You can put the numbers in the chat. I give you a moment to like figure that out. Otherwise, I am rolling a dice. I am rolling a dice. I am rolling the pretty dragon dice. It has inlaid dragons in said dice. So whatever it lands on, if it is a 1 or a 4, it'll be this one. If it is a 2 or a 3, it'll be this one. And if it's a 3 or a 6, it'll be this one. And we are gonna roll it in the kitty cat dice tray so that my dice don't go flying around my room and get lost in the abyss forever. So good idea to do this. I do have, actually, let's see, maybe, because what I have is, ooh, a magic ball. Ooh. Where what I do is I pop the dice inside it. Let's do it this way. Is you shake, 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 and then you turn it right side up. And what's the number on top? Revealed. The number on top is a 5. So the answer is 5. So this is also a way of rolling dice without it going flying all over your room or getting lost or falling off the table or getting cocked or all that sort of stuff. I mean, I do like this kitty cat tray, but as you can see for the video, you guys can't really see into the tray, or else this one you can actually see clearly what the number is, because if I tilt this forward, it will just roll the dice out of it. So I might do this from now on so that you guys can actually see what number comes up. Of course, there's dice towers. People have the dice towers now. Some of my friends use the dice towers, but even the dice towers, I don't know, there's something a little more about the like shake, shake, shake that I really like. So I do enjoy doing it with this thing, the shake, shake, shake. Okay, so number 5 is alive. Okay, we're going to open up pack 5. Okay, so we'll put these ones aside. We'll get our card sleeves ready. What do you think, chat? Should I sleeve as we go? Or I think it's good. No, it's good. I'll do the quick reveal, the readouts, and then the sleevings. You get to like have a little sneaky recap, quick recap as I sleeve them. That kind of works. So the cards get more screen time because that's what you're here for. You want to see the cool artworks. And oh no, okay, that was not a good break, but like luckily the cards were not in fact harmed in any way whatsoever. Gonna be as gentle as possible. Okay, that wasn't a very clean break. It is a little uneven at the top here, but the artwork in general is still pretty protected. And the cards, the important part is the cards are not harmed in any way whatsoever. Okay, so we have Molly. Okay, 4 cost. That's pretty pricey. That's pretty pricey. He's a big guy. Got a big cost. 5,000 power. Okay, that's a little fair. As I was saying before, if you're paying about 4, then you expect about 4,000, and 5,000 is pretty good exchange right there. So that's a good trade. It looks like he has a special that his power is special, and his counter is 1,000, which is pretty standard, as we have seen today. Morley, he is a giant with the Revolutionary Army. That's who he is. If this character would be KO'd, you may rest 2 of your cards instead. He is unblockable. Ooh. Ooh. That means you can just smack the other player in the face with 5,000 right there. That's pretty OP. And yeah, you can rest 2 of your cards instead. So you can sacrifice other people to keep him in the game. That's pretty overpowered. And he does not look like he's a particularly special card either. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, so yes, I will do quick reveals. Quick reveals. Emporio Ivannikov. Whoop. And whoop. And whoop. Ka-chow. Ka-ching. shiny, shiny. Bling, bling. And rah, prison battle. Okay. So I already explained Molly in fairly big detail. Yes, one of our favorite characters. So cool. Imperial Ivankov. From Impel Down and Revolutionary Army. Absolute lifesaver for Luffy. Absolutely love this character. So they are only 2 costs for 2,000 power there. That is a very fair exchange, to be expected. They are a blocker. They've got a standard plus 1,000 to counter right there, and they are a blocker. So after the opponent declares an attack, you may rest this card to make it a new target of the attack. So they can taunt people, and it is special attack too. It's special power attack. Yeah, and it has the little symbol in the corner, which I don't know what it does, but it does a thing, I'm sure. And yeah, this artwork's amazing. I love this artwork. This is very cool artwork. This is poster type level artwork. Should get a poster. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oop. Sorry about that, chat. I dropped it. Okay, we're back. We're back on track here. So this is Speed Jill, who went speeding, flying forward just then. 4 cost, 5 power slashing. That is a good exchange there. On play, you may trash 1 character card with 8,000 power from your hand. This character gains Rush and plus 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. So as soon as you play this guy, if you have a character card with 8,000 power in your hand, you can just straight up play that, and it'll be even more powerful, and it gets to like rush and attack straight away. That is awesome. So I'm guessing Rush in the One Piece game is pretty much like haste in Magic the Gathering. So that probably means, yeah, that you can totally start fighting straight away. That is very cool. That is very, very cool. 4 is gonna be like your mid, like your your mid to high level like casting. Like it's not like we've seen a couple of 5s and 6s, so there are definitely cards that are more expensive, but 4 is definitely a fair chunk of expenditure. Speaking of, this one's a bit more expensive. This is a 5-drop. Character, older brother Marine, Navy. It's a Marine. 7,000 power ranged. Not sure how ranged mechanic works in this game, but in most games, ranged does have advantages. He does have 1,000 counter, which we've discovered is quite standard. His character is older brother Marine, and he's with the Navy. In the Navy. In the Navy. Okay. And yeah, he's looking quite strapping with his, is that shotgun or rifle? It is a gun. It is a gun of some sort. Yeah. Quite strapping. Okay. Mr. Tuban Curie Bentham. We love the heck out of this guy. And he's in bandages because, you know, he probably got super hurt trying to save Luffy. So this is, he's 4 cost, 1000 damage, striking. So he's gonna bitch slap someone. Smack. Counter 1000, pretty standard. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. When attacking this character, base power becomes the same as your opponent's leader during this turn. He is with the Impel Down and former Baroque Works. Yes, he is. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Event! Dun dun dun! Hallowed Glacial Slash. Nice cheap 1-drop. It does have gold borders, which is nice, but this is not a shimmer card. This is not metallic. This is your standard matte card. Main. You may rest 2 of your done cards. If your opponent's character has been KO'd during this turn, set your leader Yamato as active. Counter. Your leader gains plus 3000 power during this battle. Okay. And the flavor text is Hallowed Glacial Slash. Kapow! Shing! Okay. So that is that card. Ah, yes. Boa Sandersonia. Yes, so this is Boa's sister. And so 4 costs, 5000 damage. Power. I should say power, because that. Yeah. 5000 power, striking. Right? And she's a blocker. After your opponent declares an attack, you may rest this card to make it the new target of attack. So she has that taunt. The trigger. If you have 2 or less life cards, you can play this card. Ooh. Ooh, free play. Free play. Okay. So she can leap in and be a hero right there. This is a standard matte card. It's just new, so it is reflecting a little bit, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Also, quite a loved character, even though she and Luffy were fighting quite a bit. Yeah. Okay. So, a 1-drop. 1-drop. We got 2000 power strike. Character is Namule, Fishman Whitebeard Pirates. 2000 counter, so he's a strong counter guy. On play, you may reveal 1 character card with 8000 power from your hand and KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with 2000 base or less. Okay, so with your big guy, you can curb stomp the little dudes. Just kind of mean. But that's the card right there. Okay. But it does rely very heavily on you having your 8000 power card in your hand, which we haven't seen. We haven't seen any cards that have that. We might see one. We might see one in this secret. This very special singular card pack right here. Very excited about this one. Okay. So we might see one, but we haven't even seen one yet, and we have opened 2 packs already. And we're halfway through our 3rd one right now. So it's not real common for an 8000. In fact, I think the Marine at the 7000 is probably the highest we've seen. Yes. Yes. So, Usopp! A main character! Woo! 2 cost, 1000 damaged, range, power ranged, 1000 power ranged. Counter is 1000. Again, pretty standard. He is a blocker, so he can taunt off other people. On a KO, you may rest one of your Dressrosa type leaders or stage cards. Return up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less to the owner's hand. Okay. So he puts a card back in their hands. And of course he's with the Dressrosa gang and Straw Hat crew. Of course he's the Straw Hat. He's a main character. Okay. Van Agur with the Blackbeard Pirates. So he is a 1 cost with 2000 power. So that's, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Still not very powerful though. Like, I mean, a majority of these cards are, yeah, the majority of these cards are more than 1. Well, I mean, I guess 2000 is not too bad. Counter is 1000, pretty standard. On the opponent's turn, on a KO, if your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, draw 1 card and give up to one of your opponent's leaders or character cards 3000 power, minus 3000 power during this turn. Oh yeah, so basically you nerf their leader or character cards. Okay. And the artwork is him with the gun there. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, a shiny metallic. Katarina Devon from Impel Down and the Blackbeard Pirates. Select up to one of your opponent's characters when attacking. This character's base power becomes the same as the selected character's power during this turn. Trigger. Draw 1 card and play up to 1 Blackbeard Pirates type character with a cost of 1 from your trash. Now, this is a 4, so quite expensive card. Not extremely, but kind of. And she's only got 3000 power for that 4. So that's a little bit of a nerfed exchange there. It is special, so I don't know how powerful special attacks are. However, her counter is 2000, so she is a better counter than she is, like, power. So, it looks like she is good at countering, because it's like when attacking, select one of your opponent's characters. The character's base power becomes the same as the selected character's power during this turn. So you can make, like, theoretically, I think you basically try to nerf their ones by selecting one of your weaker characters to, like, match the power of the weaker character. Yeah. Okay. And the prisoners are rioting. Rawr! Rawr! Okay. So this is a 1 mana drop. That sounds awesome. It is an event. The prisoners are rioting in Impel Down. In main, if you have 10 Dawn cards on your field, all of your prisoners of Impel Down cards base power becomes 7000 during this turn. Counter, up to one of your buggy gains plus 4000 power during this battle. So one of your buggy. So you could have more than 1 buggies. Yeah. I like the artwork. It's just like all the prisoners riding. Yeah. This is a cool card. I like this card. Look how shiny this one is. This one is a foily. This is a foil. So the gold is shimmery. The gold and the white, like they've kind of got some silver, like just on the outlines there. So it is shimmery. Shim, shim, shim. Ooh, glint. Bright glint. Shimmer, shimmer. Glint, glint. Yeah. So that is a pack right there, and we shall start sleeving them. Sleeve. Okay. Again, we will pop them in the box. And put the wrapper in the front here. I'm going to take the little tag thingy off. I'm sure I can use that for something else. Okay. This box might be like just big enough to fit all of them in sleeved. Might be a little bit tight. Okay, so now we're down to 2. So what I might do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. This is a we might do odds and evens instead. Let's do that. So there, odds and evens. How am I gonna do that? So that way we can also roll a d20 dice. D20s are just more fun to roll. They just are. They've just got more sides, and more sides is more fun. So we'll get the 20, we'll pop the 20 in the jar, like so. And I like to load them 20 side up, right there. We'll give her a good shake. But first we will prep these cards as being an odd and an even. So I get a little bit of tape. Little bit of tape. Oh, let's not forget, I did promise I would open this box. I would open this box during stream. I was planning on doing it a bit earlier than end of stream, but it looks like we are going to be pushed for time if we're going to open these 2 packs as well. If there were more people in the chat, I would be able to ask you guys if you would prefer that I open this box or if I open the cards. I might do both. We'll see how we go. We'll see how quickly we get through the next 2 sets of cards. Or I might just go overtime today. I think I might go overtime today, but I don't like to go too far over because the way my computers and everything is set up, it doesn't have enough memory. It doesn't have enough memory to handle really big video files. So I don't like risking having to like go, oh, I can't really transfer anything without like going to a library or going to a friend's place to like use their computers and things. But here we are. Okay. Odd. Okay. So this will be odd. And this will be even. So which one will it be, odd or even? If we had more in chat, I could do predictions, and then you could get more channel points and stuff. But for now, since we work with what we have, we go, okay, so that's odd and that's even, and we're just gonna shake up the dice. Shake, 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 and we'll go, ooh, crap. I forgot to plug in power. Okay. You okay, chat? It's okay. Everything's okay. I have the power cord. Power cord's in. All good. I totally forgot to plug in power. We could have just gone mew and then like... Okay. So, let's see. Will it be odd? Will it be even? Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your dice booty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Your booty. And... what is it, chat? We crit! We got a 20. We got a 20. It crit. Okay, so... that makes it even. We're opening the even one. And we crit! That's exciting! It's always great when you crit. That is a good sign. That makes me feel like we might get something really, really good in this pack. So, let me pop that away so it doesn't stick or damage the cards in any way. Okay. Super excited. Super excited. Alrighty. I will get the sleeves out in preparation. So that's... okay. Alrighty. As usual, lift up the fin. Lift up the fin. Scratch, scratch, scratch until you get your nail hooked on a little pinchy bit there. Okay, and you want the foil to come apart here so that it comes across evenly when you break it across the whole end right there. Because we want to keep the artwork intact and we don't want to harm the cards in any way whatsoever. Definitely do not want them foxed. Oh. Okay. Whoop. And just drop them on the table. Okay, some of these are upside down. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Doing the quick sleeves. Cha! Shing! Ooh! Ah! Yeah! Oh, we got it. I think this is our first repeat, is it? Whoop! And oop! Upside down, upside down. Why is that upside down? Upside down. Ah! Gramps. Whoop. Boop. We got another double. Ooh. And shing, shiny, shiny. Alrighty. Let's go through this nice and slow now. Okay, so Kuzuki Odin, Land of Wano Kuzuki clan. He is a 5-cost, 6,000 power. Great exchange there. Slash. His counter is plus 1,000. He is a blocker. I don't have to read that out again. You guys get it. He can block. On play, you may trash one character card with a cost of 8 or more from your hand and draw 2 cards. There we go. And that's the artwork. There we go. Smoker! I saw the green hair and I was like, what? Have we got Zoro? I don't know, he looks a lot like Zoro all of a sudden. Wait, are they related? Have they been related all this time and like... And we, like... What? And is that green hair natural or did he dye his hair? Like, why is it green? I suddenly have so many questions. Anyway, Smoker. That's actually Smoker. The guy that was on the cover art of the other thing. So he wasn't even on the cover art of this pack. But he was on the cover art of literally the other 2 packs. But anyway, Smoker. Very cool guy. 6 costs, 7,000 power, which is like he is more powerful than... And, ooh, he's got 7,000 power, plus he's got 2,000 counter. So he's a strong power and strong counter. But he doesn't have any other particularly special abilities other than, I mean, even though it's counted as special power, as you can see, he doesn't have any extra flavor texts or anything. This is just, he's just straight up Smoker. He's just a guy. And clearly a guy that's about to do, like, an attack. And that is very cool art. Look, he looks so cool in this. Look at all the slashy motion happening around him. His, like, coat's all billowing and everything with his power. He's got aura, man. There we go. Now, an event! Dun, dun, dun! Hallowed Glass Slice... There. Hallowed Glacier Slash in the land of Wano. I do believe this is a repeat again. We do. This does seem familiar. You may rest of your Don... main. You may rest 2 of your Don cards. If your opponent's character has been KO'd during this turn, set your leader Yamato as active. Counter your leader gains plus 3,000 power during this battle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen that before. That seems familiar. And yeah, that's the artwork. Glacial stuffs with slashings. Okay, Mackay. He's quite a comical character. So 6 cost and 8,000 power. And the power is a slashing power. He does not have any counter. We have no counter power written on the side here. Mackay is with the Whitebeard Pirates. He's a Whitebeard Pirates ally. Oh, we love an ally. And on KO of up to 1 of your opponent's characters with 8,000 base power or less. There we go. Okay. 3. He's a 3 drop. This is Don Cutesy. Don Quizet. Don Quizet? Don Quizet? I think it's Don Quizet. Don Quixote? Dol Flamingo. Impel down from the Don Quixote pirates. He has the counter of 1,000. He doesn't have any. He has 0 power. That is so weird. But it is special. 0 special power. Activate main. You may rest this character if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand. They place 2 cards from their hand at the bottom of the deck in any order. Yeah. Impel down. Okay, and Morley, I'm actually gonna gloss right past him because we have seen him before. He was in an earlier deck. So, right on to Monkey D. Garp! I'm actually super happy that I got this card. I like him. He's a tough old guy, but, you know, he's the grandpa. So his cost is 5. That's pretty expensive. Monkey D. Garp don't come easy here. He's 5 cost there. 6,000, so still very fair deal there that you get quite a bit of power striking. And his counter, pretty standard, 1,000 counter right there. And on play, if your leader has the Navy type, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and set it as active, and add up to 1 additional Don card and rest it. Okay. So and rest it. I think rest is kind of similar to tapped in Magic the Gathering, so I guess they come in tapped. But still, that he adds Dons, and from what I can tell, Dons with the double exclamation marks must be very powerful guys. So yeah. And he looks so menacing there. Look how menacing he is. He's so menacing. So menacing. I love that character. He's tough, he's scary, but he's like cool. Okay, and this is an event card. Okay, and we'll change this mission from sneaky to flashy. Sounds good to me. And oh, this is when Luffy and Captain Buggy actually team up. One of the rare occasions they do. Main, you may rest 7 of your Don cards. Look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. Play up to 2 Impel Down type character cards with 6,000 power or less. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Your leader gains plus... on a counter, your leader gains plus 3,000 power during this battle. So yeah. Stuff is happening. These two are teaming up. Kapow! It is matte, but it looks like it should be shiny because it's got the gold borders. But it is a matte card. That is pretty cool. They teamed up. Okay. Izo! Whoa, look at that. Again, I'm a sucker for like the reds, pinks, and purples here. This is my aesthetic. Yeah, so one cost, nice and cheap. 2,000 power, ranged. That is super great exchange there. Standard 1,000 counter. We got on play, you may reveal 1 character card with 8,000 power from your hand and draw 1 card. Again, kind of relies on you having like 8,000 power card in your hand, which does not look like that's a common thing. Like, so far, we haven't even encountered one yet. But it is kind of cool that when you play him, you can pick up a card if you do, in fact, have an 8,000 in your hand. Yeah. And Izo is with the Land of Wano and Whitebeard pirates. So he did join the Whitebeards at some stage. Yeah. There you go. Again, I really like the artwork. I'm just gonna admire the artwork a bit more. It's getting a bit soft and fuzzy. Let's see if we can get it to snap sharp. Nope. Nope. Okay. There. There we go. That's actually really cool. It looks very cool to me. I'm enjoying this very much. Oh, there we go. It's quite sharp there. Oh, it's in and out. There we go. There we go. It's quite sharp there. Yes. I like that card. Okay. Let's go with Van Agur. Yeah, I'm gonna gloss over this again because I'm very sure that this is we've seen this guy before. Yeah. But yeah, he's the guy that's with the Blackbeard pirates. And pretty standard dude. Okay. Borsellino. Borsellino. 7. So this dude's expensive. And look at this! Look at this! 8,000 power! Infinite power! Power! This is what we want! 8,000 power! Oh, look at he is a shiny card as well. Look at this. Shiny, shiny. Woo, woo, metallic shiny. This is what we want! The 8,000! So that you can use all those other cards that are like, you need to have a card 8,000 in your hand. So we need this guy sitting in your hand when you want to play those other cards. 8,000. So Borsellino, he is Admiral and Navy. Oh yeah, he's an Admiral. Oh yeah, he's like the super powerful guy that like totally kicks everyone's butt all the time. So yeah, interestingly enough, he has no counter. That's surprising. You would think he would have like a super powerful counter, but he doesn't. So he's like he's got to come in hot and heavy. On play, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and set it as active, and add up to 1 additional Don card and rest it. End of your turn, Don. Set Don -2. Set this character as active. Then this character gains blocker until the end of your opponent's next end phase. Okay, so he can't really save anyone because he can't counter. He has no counter. He does have blocker. Wait, no, blocker is the ability to be able to taunt, so he can actually like full on pull aggro off somebody else. Now that's great. But he doesn't do any damage on the counter? Interesting. Yeah. But yeah, this is 8,000. So he's super powerful. 8,000 right there. And the fact that he is 8,000 does open up a whole lot of abilities that other cards require you to have him in your hand. As well as called to the battlefield. So yeah. That is a very good card to have. Shink. And finally, Marco. We don't know where Polo is, but Marco. And he's with the Whitebeard Pirates. This is a very, very shimmery card, let me tell you. It is so much more shimmery real life. Real life. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. It is like so much more shimmery in real life. It's really got that reflective qualities to it. Yes. And again, 8,000! Again. I told you, chat. I told you. I was like, we crit on the 20. That's why we've got good stuff in here. Good stuff in here. So this is a 6 cost, which is kind of fair because you do get 8,000 power, and as I mentioned earlier, 8,000 is usually required to be in your hand or on the battlefield in order to trigger other events that the other cards have. So, if one of your characters would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may KO this character instead. Okay, so this one can take the hit. On a KO, you may trash one character card with 8,000 power from your hand. Play this character card from your trash. Okay! Okay, you can cycle the 8,000 characters. So you put one in the trash and then trash one character from your hand, and then you can summon this one back from the trash. So you can play it, and it goes straight back onto the field, not back into your hand. So you can keep this perpetually on the field. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. That is very, very cool. I'm actually going to sleeve from the back this time because I want to make sure those cards are properly sleeved straight away because they look like really cool cards that I want to keep super safe. Yeah. I am very sure these two cards are probably probably best cards. They are cool. They're very, very cool. Okay. Got these ones. Look how smoothly they're going in. I say it and then miss the hole completely. Miss. Okay. Sliding. Slide. 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 Yeah. I almost guessed the exact number of cards there. Missed that one. That close. Okay. Okay, and I will take off this even tag, and put it aside because I'm sure something else will want to be odds and evens. But that does leave Okay. Ooh, it is getting a little bit tight in there. I don't know if we really will squeeze them in. We might. We'll see how we go. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take the odd tag off because I was like, shall I try to decide which one we'll open first, but I will leave the best for last. So big excitement for the Don card, whichever Don card it turns out to be. But first, we have one last pack of the Time of Battle. So we are going to open that. Yeah, let's get to it. Flick the fin. Scrape the top. Oh, oh. We're in, boys! We're in! Okay. Oh, okay, the plastic's coming apart. Because the plastic and the foil are sort of like not sticking together that well. So they're like flaking off each other, which we don't want. Clean break on this side, that's good. But the other side's being a little finicky. Oh! Okay. That is a little foxed. That's a little foxed. But that's okay, the cards are completely unharmed. It is a little bit more tattered on the edges at the top here, but the artwork is mostly kept intact. It is mostly a straight break. Okay, let's go for the quick sleeves. Molly, Dracula, Mihawk, Smoker again, yeah. Trafalgar Lore. Oh, we got Zoro! Ooh, in a smart suit and everything. Nice. Gum Gum Twin Jet Pistol. A Benevolent King of the Waves. Tommy! Look at his little face! So cute! Okay. Nico Robin! Oh, we got some main characters up in this one. Okay, Dux Cotto, Rosinate. Yeah. And Sanjuan Wolf. Okay. And Ace! We got Ace! Oh my god, we got Ace and he's a foily! Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh my gosh, I'm tickling. Oh my god, we got Ace! Oh my gosh, I'm healing, my soul is healing. We got Ace back. Okay, I'm actually gonna sleeve him right away. He's got a red back as well, so he's totally different to these other cards that are purple. And look, I mean, he is, okay, I'm guessing he's super rare. I'm guessing he's this is a heavily sought after card. And even if it's not I'm so stoked that I got this card. This is amazing. This is wonderful. I'm seriously tingling all over. This is great. Okay, I'm gonna protect him straight away. Gotta keep him safe. Okay. Oh my goodness. This last pack is amazing. We got so many of the main characters. And we got Ace. Look at him. And it is actually super shiny. It's lots of shine happening. I'll take him out of the thing just to show you how much shine is happening. Just to show you. Look at that. There's little foil bits here, foil across here. It seriously, it looks so cool. It literally looks so cool. There's and oh my goodness. I mean, there's him in the background as well with his facial expressions and reactions. Oh my goodness. Sparkle. It sparkles so much. I think this is a sign I have to get back to watching the rest of One Piece. I have to, okay? For Ace. Seriously, part of my soul just healed just then. We got Ace, we got him. I'm so happy. I don't know how to express how happy I am right now. This feels so good. Okay, so we got Portuguese, the Ace, from the Whitebeard Pirates. He is the leader. He's a leader. Okay, he's boss man. 5,000 power special. He's very special. He's so special. He's still good. He's special. Okay. So activate main once per turn. Up to one of your Monkey D. Luffy characters or up to one of your characters with type including Whitebeard pirates with 8,000 power or more gains rush during this turn. Okay, so he literally gives your 8,000 haste, so they can fight straight away. It says 5 life down the bottom here. 5 life. And he's got that symbol thing in the bottom, which I will have to find out what that actually does. But look at him. Okay, this is so the thumbnail. Okay, this is so cool. I am so happy. I'm literally so happy. Okay. Tingle, tingle, tingle. So happy. Okay. I'm gonna put him straight in the box so I don't lose him. Right at the end here, I'm gonna tuck this in here. In the box. Okay. Okay. Now, we're gonna go through nice and slow. This is Gecko Moria. He's the character from the 7 Warlords of the Sea and Thriller Bark Pirates. 7,000, so close to being an 8,000, but not quite. Special. Cost 6, counter plus 1,000. Standard. Trigger. If you have 1 or less life cards, play up to 1 Absalom, up to 1 Dr. Hogback, and up to 1 Perona, with a cost of 4 or less from your trash. So this guy can bring cards back from your trash pile. We have Dracula Mihawk! Yes, dude, that's on the cover. On the cover of the, I think it was the second pack? Yeah, he was on second pack with Boa and Smoker. And yes, he is actually one of my favorite characters. I can't believe his name just escaped me entirely. Mihawk. I will remember now. Okay, so, and he's an 8,000. He is an 8,000. Okay? So he is special. He is good. He is doing slashing damage though. Slashing. Obviously, because he is like, you know, the ultimate of the sword fighters. I mean, rivaled by Zoro, of course. And yeah, so he has Rush. So his card can attack characters on the turn in which it is played. Yep, totally. So Rush is like their version of Haste. On play, draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards from your hand, then give up to 1 of your opponent's characters -4 cost during this turn. The 7 Warlords of the Sea. Yes, he's, yep. Mihawk. Yes, super happy that we got him as well. In fact, he's also going to be, I'm just going to quickly sleeve him because I don't want anything to happen, any mishaps with him. I'm actually super happy with this last pull. This last pull's amazing. I'll just pop him there behind Ace. We got Smoker, which I believed we covered Smoker before. I do believe we did. But yeah, he is a 7,000 power, doesn't have anything besides that, but he does have really strong counter. He's got 2,000 counter. And he is a 6 cost. And as we know, he is just super cool. Trafalgar Law. Looks like a kid there. Okay, so 4 cost, 3,000 power. That's a little underpowered, but it is wisdom. He's with the Donquixay Pirates. Donquixay Pirates. His counter is your standard 1000. On play, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and set it as active. Okay, so he summons the Dons. He summons a Don. When attacking, if your leader has the Don Quixote Pirates type, this character gains plus 3000 power during this turn. Okay. So if he brings a buddy, he gets more powerful, that's pretty cool. Now, I love this. Rono Azora, and he's in a suit, and he's busting out of it. Look at that, how powerful those pecs are. And for some reason, he has a mustache. I am loving this. Dressrosa Supernova Straw Hat Crew. I clearly have not seen up to this part of the show, but I am thoroughly looking forward to this. So he's a cost 7 for 9,000 slashing damage. 9,000. 9,000 power. That is very powerful, and that is like more power to cost right there. And what was the magic number that we have to like clear to like trigger other abilities? 8,000, right? He's above 8,000, so he totally triggers all those other abilities. So he is a very good card to have in your hand or even on the battlefield. Again, I'm just gonna sleeve him right up. Let's get him nicely. I mean, he's suited up amazingly anyway. Look how handsome he is. We will pop him in there, nice and safe. Alrighty, and just got a few more. Yeah, we've got a few more, but I did promise I'd open the package. I will open the package, but I'll probably go through the package more thoroughly next time. Okay, so this is Gum Gun Twin Jet Pistol. This is an event. Impel Down Straw Hat Crew. 1 cost. Basically jet pistols. Main up to 1 of your Monkey D. Luffy cards gains double attack during this turn. Woo! Monkey D. Luffy gets a double attack. Then if your leader has the Impel Down type, rest up to 2 of your opponent's characters with the cost of 3 or less. I guess that means tap them. Alrighty. So that's the Gum Gum Twin Jet Pistol. Benevolent King of the Waves. Benevolent King of the Waves. That's a 5,000. He is a 3 cost. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. On KO, add 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. Okay. Navy, there's no counter. Other than play and on KO, there's nothing else much to say. I do notice that 5,000 is a very, 5,000 strike power there is a very, very good exchange for only 3 costs. So that is good. Yeah. Alright. And... Tony! Look how cute he is! Look at Tony Chopper! Okay, so 3 cost, 4,000 power striking. Yeah, good exchange. Counter is 1,000 as well, so he is with the best of them. On play, draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards from your hand. Then KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less. Okay, so he'll take out the smaller guys, but he does his part. Look at him with the machine gun. He looks so angry, so aggy, and so freaking cute. It's seriously a "you're so cute when you're mad" kind of situation right here. Look how cute he is. So cute. Tony Chopper. Again, I'm sleeving him. He's main character. He's got that main character aura happening as well. And he is so freaking cute. Love him. So stinking cute. Okay. And speaking of main characters, we got another one. We got Nico Robin. Nico Robin. And she's surprisingly cheap. Only one cost. One cost. With the 2000 power striking. This and Nico Robin is with Land of Wonder and Straw Hat Crew. She has 1000 counter. Pretty standard stuff. On play, you may trash one character card with a cost of 8 or more from your hand and draw 2 cards. That is a pretty mid kind. Like, I mean, that is an expensive. Like we just discovered, 8,000 and above cards are pretty difficult to come by. So to draw 2 cards, you'd have to be fishing for something like in particular that you really want. So the ability is kind of like, it could be good, but, and I mean, this is an inexpensive card to play, so, and she's, I mean, so this is good for early game. This is really good for an early game setup, if you just want to keep poking someone for 2000 right there. So, but, again, I'll sleeve her and pop her in, because, like, I just like her. She's cool. Okay. And Dox Quixote. Don Quixote. Rosin Nate. So 1000 power, 2 costs, 1000 counter. He's a blocker, so he can taunt from other people. On play, you may rest 2 of your Don cards. If your leader has the Navy type, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. Okay, so again, he's another Don summoner. He is a bit expensive for the amount of power he has, but he does actually make it a bit up by having a counter and a pretty decent ability with the blocking there. And the summoning. So overall I think that's a pretty balanced card, but this is pretty like basic kind of balanced card. Nothing too, extreme. So this is Sandran Wolf. This is one of the foilies, but I kind of got the feeling that it's just foily because the cost here is 4. He's not really a main character, like not part of the Straw Hat group. He is 5000 power, which is quite powerful. That is quite powerful, but not high enough to be able to trigger anything particularly, game breaking. So, and he does have your standard 1000 counter here. On a KO, if your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, draw 1 card, then up to 1 of your leader or character card's base power becomes 7000 during this turn. Trigger, activate this card on KO effect. Okay, so yeah, he has to KO someone to be effective, but when he is effective, that is pretty effective, that he suddenly is able to boost your leader or character to 7000. If your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type. And he gets to draw a card. So the ability's pretty good. But he's certainly not, screamy like I was with Ace. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we are going a bit over time. I don't want to go too far over time, but we are going over time so that I can open this, which is the singular Don card, and so I can open this. because I did promise, and I want to keep my promise. Is basically where we're going with this. Okay, so I am gonna very, very quickly sleeve these, because like I said, I don't like to get, I want to make sure that I don't get these any damaged at all. So I'll just quickly, yep, in you get. That's a quick recap for you viewers of what cards were in that pool. Alrighty, there we go. There we go. Now, I realize we don't have any music. We have not had any music. I should have had some, like, I should have had some One Piece music playing. That was my bad, chat. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? Hey, it's kind of quiet all up in here. We will skip that, but, we want a little fanfare. We want a little fanfare, because this is the big Don. This is the big Don. So, I mean, I don't know how we make. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. It's happening. It's happening. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. Okay. See, this says Special Dawn Card Pack. DP11. I don't know what that means. 1 card per pack. 1 card. Oh, that is obviously some of the language. 1 card per pack. It's literally 1 card. It says 2 cards in total. This is the English version. Okay, so we're expecting an English version. It says, this game cannot be played with this card alone. Like, you can't just, I have 1 card, bam, win. It would be cool if you could, right? But, okay, so this is, the very special card that you only get if you get it in this special, like, it says double pack set 11 card, like, it's not even like a base set, like, so I don't even know if I can play with the cards that I've got without a base card, but without a base set, but I guess I'll find out. But this is the Don. This is gonna be a bit, so this is a Don. We are expecting this to be at least 8,000 power. We're expecting this card to be like big, tough, powerful, and one of the big cool guys, okay? So we're gonna very gently scrape the opening. I'm gonna hopefully get a good card. It is like, it's pure luck, but hey, we did crit on a 20 there earlier, so maybe, and like that appeared to have blessed like the rest of the pulls, so let's see what we get. I'm sorry I'm being a bit fiddly here, but I want to be very careful not to harm the card. Okay, I want to make sure this card is in great condition. Oh, okay, so the fin is open. I am very carefully ripping the top here, along the top. Oh, we got one side, chat. I get the other side. Okay. We are expecting this to be a very special card, so we want to be very careful that we don't break this card in any way, we don't fox it in any way, we don't scuff it at all. Oh, it's got a white back, So again, the color is different from the other ones. Ooh. What did we get? Your turn, Don card plus 1000. Wow, okay. It is very, it is glossy. Like the flame and everything is glossy. Interesting. A very interesting card. It doesn't appear to have a cost. Your turn plus 1000. It doesn't appear to have a cost. Is this something like Black Lotus where you just like get like an amount to spend? This is very interesting card. I feel like I should be super hyped about it because, like, I mean, they made a big deal of it being like a single card and like Dons being like big cards, and like it has the symbol. It has a symbol. What an interesting card. You know what? I will definitely after stream I'm gonna like research this card, but it does definitely look like it is a very special card. And all evidence points to it being a very special card. We did get it is a, the finish on it is like, it is shimmery, like it's not quite glossy, not quite metallic. It's got an interesting like quality to it. Like it's got some textures happening that you can't really see in person. Like you can't really see on screen. You can see in person that it's got like, I'm trying to show you that it's got a little bit of a texture happening. And this texture is different from this texture, and like you can also feel like there's a little bit of, there's some foily stuff happening. You can see some foily stuff, but there's also texture in the foils. So like there's a bit of a glistening thing happening. Honestly, this card does look very, very cool. In person, you can see like all the different little like details of the foil, and yeah, it's like they've layered in some foils and the holographs. Yeah, it's holographic, I think, is probably the best way to describe it. I will definitely be, I mean, it says Don card on the bottom as well, so I think that's a big thing, especially since a lot of those cards were like, you summon a Don, or Don, like, you know, you use a Don to do this and that, so I'm sure Dons are particularly important for this game. And I think the plus 1000, just having straight up plus 1000 no cost is like, it is probably going to be quite game breaking. So I will pop that in. I will pop it right next to Ace. Right next to Ace. But literally, I am so happy about getting the Ace card. It's crazy. And as you saw, I reacted so much more to it. It's like, no, seriously, part of my soul was healing just then. I mean, I was just like, I'm like, I wanted to see him again, and I saw him again, and I was like, Okay. Now, as promised, because I did promise all my Facebook fans out there, I did promise my Facebook fans that I would open this on stream today. So I am going to quickly open it. I do kind of have an inkling of what it is. I do have an inkling. And I'm going to have to send out a really big thanks to the company. I am not sponsored. I'm not sponsored, but they said that, you know, get a few more followers, they will certainly open to negotiating stuff with me. So I am on good terms with them, and I would be very interested in getting sponsorship from them. So if I could get more followers, that would be absolutely wonderful. That would be great for everyone all around, especially since they make wonderful, wonderful things. Okay. I was careful to like hide my address, but since they are a company and want to be known and for you to know where to get their things, it's probably okay for me to show their address. They are, and this is why I'm so excited that I saw it and I knew exactly what it would be. They are Pluto Minis. They're Pluto Minis. Okay, so, for those that might not already know, I did talk about it like in previous streams, but I went to the Comic-Con, the Metro Comic-Con, so not the usual Comic-Con, it is the one that is Metro, and I did meet Linda Hamilton from Terminator, and I hear that she is in season 5 of Stranger Things, which makes me even more excited because I've watched up to season 4, so I'm about to see her performance in season 5. But I am waiting for my friends because I promise, like, we're watching together as a group of friends, and it's one of those shows that's like, because it's about friends and friendship, it's like it's even more enhanced when you see them together, like as a group, as friends. So I'm very much enjoying that, and had a great time. But because I went to Comic-Con to see her, I also got introduced to and after we got the photos, I was like, oh, I have a few more hours and I don't really know what to do with my life now. So I wandered off and I actually ran into Let's Roll for Dragons, they were running a one-shot game, and I have to apologize to Eli that he said if you please mention us, and I totally forgot to mention him last stream, but I'm mentioning you guys this stream. Where they were running a one-shot, where we were babysitting a dragon, and the minis, and then we were painting minis with Let's Roll for Dragons, and those minis were provided by none other than Pluto Minis. And I was complaining to everyone that would listen that I have been searching everywhere for tabaxis that are playable character size, right? And every time I bought tabaxi miniatures from other websites and stuff, they were the wrong size. They were unplayable. They were like too big. They were too chunky. They wouldn't fit on the board properly. And I was complaining, and everyone was like, "Go talk to Pluto Minis. Go talk to Pluto Minis." And Pluto Minis, I'm like, okay. So yes, I know that these are Pluto Minis. These are Pluto Minis. And they're all tabaxis. They have a whole set of tabaxi playing races. I got both. I decided that because I am going to run a campaign. We're gonna stream it. This is where this is all going. And so in preparation for that, I will be painting, and I will be painting these minis on stream. And chat, you will have opportunities to come up with names for them and be part of the character building of them. The first thing I kind of want to have to decide on is like what color each of the cats, which of the tabaxis are going to be, like if they're going to be tabbies, orange, or black or white, or calico, or and I'll be open to like all sorts of suggestions. So put your suggestions in the comments, and or like, I mean, please, like, if you show up live, then I can actually do like proper like votings and things like that. As you saw today, if there's not enough people to make votes, I will just random stuff. I will use dice or other ways of determining these things. But I mean, I would appreciate everyone's input, and I mean, it will be more. I'm sure you'll enjoy watching the campaign more if you had like, you know, some say in like what goes on in it. So I'm unboxing these. Okay. I am very, very briefly going to show you. Now, the most important part, and I already see they've sent me the bases, and they are the right size to play on an actual D&D board. And this is the whole point. I was like, finally a company that understands the entire freaking point of minis is that you can put them on the actual playing board. So I can already see that these are actually the right size. These are like, I mean, if I compare it to a D&D dice here. Yep. See, they'll be small enough to fit on the actual board. Which I actually have to get some actual boards. So. Oh, I have that ordered as well, so that will be coming in, and there'll be an unboxing for that as well. Now another thing that Pluto Minis does is their detail and surfacing. So you can actually see, look how much detail there is. Look how much detail there is. Like, on his shoulder, you can actually see the sigil. You can actually see the sigil. They have so much detail, and look how shiny and smooth it is. Like, you don't have to sand, you can just like paint straight away. So like I said, I just like, I love this company so much, like, and it was like love at first sight. I was just like, oh, this is amazing. I've been looking for this, like, where have you guys been all my life? So as you can see, they fit on the actual base. They fit on the base. They fit on the base. So they're actually playable size. So this is finally a company that understands that the point of the minis is to actually be of playable size and to actually be able to put them on the actual, and that you want to be able to paint them straight away. You don't want to have to mess around with too much sanding and so forth. So you see, like, even this guitar, this lute right here, like, you can actually even see the strings. Like, that is how much detail they have on this thing. So I will definitely go through this like in far more depth in the next episode. I will show you all of them. But yeah, that's what's in the box. That's what's in the box, and I kept my promise. I did open it on stream in front of everyone, so you guys know what is in fact in the box. But next stream, I will be discussing this in a bit more detail, and yeah, that's the plan. The plan is in fact to go through the minis and do some planning about the painting. We will only be planning about the painting for the time being, because I do need to sort out ordering paints and brushes and getting that organized. So for the time being, but we could probably start writing up their character sheets, though. That's possible. They do kind of already have like suggestions of like this one being like a Siamese cat, like, and I think yeah, some of them like this one's like a little like more fluffy and furry than the others, and this is obviously Puss in Boots, but like he doesn't have to be orange, is what I'm saying. I'm saying that like we as chat and like players, we can totally design them the way we want. So we will be going through that next stream. Okay? I have had a wonderful time. In fact, I really like, I can't emphasize this enough. Getting the ace card for some reason has healed something really deeply in my soul. It has, like, yes, I am actually ace, so that also is, maybe that's why I connected so deeply with ace. So, yeah. So there's that. And so I have had a wonderful time, chat. I hope you've had a wonderful time, and that even if you are not watching live and you're watching later, that you have a wonderful time then when you do watch it. I do invite you all to live. Like I keep saying, that if you do pop in live, then we can do more of the like the live votings and actual give you guys a little more autonomy on the actual building of characters leading up to our actual Tabaxi campaign. So please, I like, yeah, I invite you all to come join in and have more participation in upcoming Tabaxi campaign. But yes, yeah, next stream, I will be introducing each of these Tabaxi models, and we might start getting like their character sheets together. So that'll be fun, a fun thing to look forward to. I look forward to it, and I do hope that you will join me. So see you next time. Bye.